The morning of 26 January 1950, winter chills were on its peak and a grand celebration was being born. It wasn't about the marching parade, it was about a story which is being told by a nascent state to the world, a story of its people, story of its freedom, and a story of a nation that rose to build its own destiny as a democratic republic. Like every year, this year's celebration was no different. It was not just about the rolling aircrafts and the marching soldiers, but it was more about the soul of India, its states, its people, its culture. From the lush green fields of Punjab to the ancient temples of Tamil Nadu, from the vibrant streets of Delhi to the serene beauty of Dadra and Nagar Haveli, every tableau was telling a story in itself. So let's dwell into the story of these tableaux and look at the canvases of the Republic Day parades of 2025, which represented the confluence of Virasat and Vikas on the Kartavya Path. My name is Lalit Soni and you are watching Drishti IAS. In this video, we will be talking about the tableaux which has been showcased in the Republic Day parade. So let's start our discussion over here. This particular section belongs to your current affairs part from the UPSC's point of view and the art and culture point of view. Okay, so now let's start with the discussion over here. When we are talking about the 76th Republic Day, which has been celebrated on the 26th January 2025, it was having a theme that is Swarnim Bharat Virasat or Vikas. There were total 16 tableaux from the state and union territories and 10 tableaux from the ministries and department of the union government. And other than that, when we are talking about the place where the parade has taken place, that is the Kartavya Path in New Delhi. It showcased India's diverse strength and the constantly evolving cultural inclusiveness and the marching into the glorious future. So it was a confluence of Virasat as well as the Vikas. When we are talking about the Viksit Bharat, we have a aspiration, we have a future goal which we have set for ourselves, that is Viksit Bharat. Here they are saying that from the Virasat, whatever past we hold, from there we are moving towards a future which is Viksit or the developed. Now let's talk about the first tableau, that is of state of Madhya Pradesh, and it was representing a confluence of various things wherein important factor was Kuno National Park and the Kuno River. Why is that Kuno was represented over here? Because recently Kuno was in news, and in Kuno there was a reintroduction program for cheetahs has taken place. There was few cheetahs which has been reintroduced from South Africa to Kuno National Park, and they are also talking about few more cheetahs to be reintroduced in the Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. Herein they have actually showcased the Kuno National Park in the tableau as well as the Kuno River. Here you can see this is the cheetah introduction program which has been talking about, and here it is the tableau of Madhya Pradesh, and this particular part is showing the river portion. Okay, now here it becomes important for you to make sure that you read about Kuno National Park as well as the cheetah reintroduction program and the Kuno River. Okay, other than that, here you will be seeing that there are few people which are walking beside the tableau over here. So they are performing a specific dance, that is a folk dance in the Shiopur area of Madhya Pradesh, that is Lahangi. Okay, so Lahangi dance is also important, so please keep that in mind. Now let's move further. Here you can see Kuno National Park is home to several cheetah translocated from Namibia and South Africa to India. Cheetah reintroduction project in India formally commenced on the 17th September 2022 to restore the population of cheetah, which has been declared extinct in the country in 1952 because of various hunting activities, etc. So this is the same thing which has been written over here. There are few cheetahs which has been reintroduced into India from Namibia and South Africa. There are 8 cheetahs from Namibia and 12 from South Africa which has been reintroduced. When we talk about the IUCN status of cheetah, here you can say African cheetah has a vulnerable IUCN status. When we talk about the Asiatic cheetahs, that is critically endangered. Now let's move further to the next one. Here we are talking about the tableau from Central Public Works Department, that is CPWD. So it is basically commemorating the 75th year of the Constitution of India through the flower tableau. Here you can see there is a tableau which is made of flowers. Here Ashok Chakra is there, which is showing the movement of life. And this is the book of the Constitution which is there beside the Ashok Chakra, which is saying that Constitution is also a living document. Okay. Now here you can see the Ashok Chakra, symbolizing the wheel of time, was positioned at the forefront of the tableau with the Constitution of India behind it. As per the CWD, Here you can say chakra represents that there is a life in the movement and death in stagnation. So basically they are saying that the constitution is a living document which is moving in the forward direction. Okay. Now here you can see on the 26th November 1949, the Constituent Assembly of India adopted the constitution which came into effect from 26th January 1950. That is the day we celebrate our Republic Day. Okay. This day is significant as it marks the adoption of the world's longest written constitution, a cornerstone of the India's democratic framework. So when we are talking about the Indian constitution, that has various features. One of the feature is that it is the longest and the written constitution. It is flexible as well as you can say very difficult to change. So that is some of the feature which is there. Since its inception, the constitution serve as a guiding framework shaping the nation's progress over the 75 years. So here you can see that it has been a document which has changed itself, or you can see it has been an organic document which has provided a framework for our country's democratic framework. Okay. Now moving further, Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu, this is a union territory from which there was a tableau which is basically presenting the union territory's rich wildlife and fishing culture. Walk in bird aviary at Daman, home to diverse exotic bird species and the major tourist attractions. So basically they are talking about a bird aviary which is been you can say put forward in the front of the tableau. Other than that, there are main showcase. If you talk about the main element of the tableau, that was yellow fin tuna which is found in the Arabian Sea area along with the other fishes. So this particular name you can remember. Then artist performed a Machi folk dance over here, so that you can remember from the union territory of Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli, we have Machi folk dance which has been performed over here. You can see there are some people performing over here. They are performing this particular dance. It also depicted the one of India's smart and the integrated fishing harbor system at Diu. Okay, so this element you can remember that at Diu we have a smart and integrated fishing harbor system. Now moving further, from Bihar, we have a tableau which was showcasing Nalanda Vishwavidyalaya, and there was a statue of Buddha which was there. Here you can see Buddha here is sitting in a particular pose, that is Dharma Chakra Parivartan, and then here you can say there is a miniature which is of Nalanda University which has been created over here. Okay, so let's see. Bihar's Republic Day tableau features Bodhi tree and Nalanda University, symbolizing its rich cultural heritage as the land of Buddha and the ancient wisdom and education. So who built the Nalanda University? That is very common. That is Kumar Gupta from the Gupta dynasty. There was this person whose other name was Shakraditya as well. Of the Gupta dynasty, founded Nalanda University in 427 CE in the modern Bihar in the early 5th century, which has been mentioned. The Lord Buddha's statue sitting in the meditative form, that is Dharma Chakra Mudra, symbolizing peace and harmony. Here you can see Buddha is sitting in a particular pose. Okay, there are various mudras which are there in Buddhism. So this particular mudra which is showing a hand like in this position and the second hand is in this position, that is your Dharma Chakra Mudra which is there. Lord Buddha, other than that, the original statue is located at the Ghoda Katora Reservoir in Rajgir, a famous tourist place in the Bihar. Now, this is the statue, you can say replica of a statue, and the original one is there in the, here this is the location Ghoda Katora which is there in Rajgir. Okay, so that you can remember. Moving further, Uttar Pradesh. So here MahaKumbh has been you can say depicted in the tableau. When we are talking about MahaKumbh, it is happening after 144 years at Prayagraj, and that is why it is significant event. Uttar Pradesh Republic Day tableau highlighted the ongoing MahaKumbh in Prayagraj through the depiction of the Samudra Manthan, Amrit Kalash, and the sage bathing at the Sangam, symbolizing the blend of Virasat and Vikas. Okay, so here you can see there is a tableau wherein a scene from the Samudra Manthan has been depicted, Amrit Kalash is depicted, and there is a you can say scene from the Snan, or you can say there are some sages which are being taking a Snan in the Prayagraj. Okay, so that has been depicted over here. Kumbh Mela is a symbol of national unity and cultural heritage which has been included in the UNESCO's list of intangible cultural heritage in 2017. This is important fact which you should remember. Moving further, here you can say it is the largest peaceful congregation of pilgrims, during which the participants take bath or dip in the holy river. The congregation takes place at 4 different places, namely Ganga at Haridwar, on the banks of Ganga at Haridwar, on the banks of Shipra river in Ujjain, on the banks of Godavari river or the South Ganga at Nasik, and at the confluence of the Ganga, Yamuna, and the mythical Saraswati, that is basically at the Prayagraj. Okay, so that is called as Sangam. So that has been depicted in the tableau of Uttar Pradesh. Now moving further, Indian Meteorological Department or the Meteorological Department, it is actually celebrating 150th year of its establishment, and they have put forward a tableau over here. They have actually mentioned the cyclone Dana as well. Okay, so this cyclone becomes important for you as well. The IMD's tableau marked 150th anniversary, showcasing India's advancement in the cyclone prediction, life-saving measures, and the benefits of the timely weather forecast or the early warning systems, etc. Here you can see IMD's tableau highlighted the cyclone Dana, which impacted Odisha and West Bengal last year with minimum casualties because of the early warning system which we had in place. So that means that IMD is doing good at their you can say in their field. Then coming to the establishment, it was established in 1875. IMD is completing 150 years of service on 15th of January 2025. So that is some fact which you should remember. Here, this is the logo which was recently changed, so you should remember that as well. Okay. Now moving further to the next one, that is Chandigarh. There was a tableau from Chandigarh as well. Chandigarh's tableau showcased its blend of heritage and the modern architecture, celebrating its vision as a progressive city offering a dignified life. Nek Chand's Rock Garden added artistic charm to the presentation. Rock Garden is situated at the Tukhna Lake at Chandigarh. So this lake, name of the lake, you can remember because it was mentioned over here. Now moving further, next is the tableau from Tripura. Tripura's tableau showcased the eternal tribute and worship of 14 deities. Now there are 14 deities there in their culture. They are basically worshipped in the Tripura, and they have showcase these you can say miniatures of these deities over here, okay, through Kharchi Puja. Now this is a festival, you can say, which is being celebrated in Tripura, which you should remember, that is Kharchi Puja, and there is a worship of 14 deities during this particular puja, blending bamboo art with the modern technology. Here there is a bamboo art. Here you can see this the front of the tableau is representing the bamboo art. Okay, a bamboo frame symbolizes progress, while traditional dancers highlighted the folk culture and the art over there. Then moving further, Andhra Pradesh, here there was this tableau which was representing Etiko Pakka Pomalu. Okay, Etiko Pakka Pomalu. This is basically a traditional toy making technique which is there. Here you can see this is the picture of these toys which is given. These are wooden toys which are there from Andhra Pradesh. So they have actually depicted that in the tableau. Okay, so Andhra Pradesh tableau featuring eco-friendly Etiko Pakka Pomalu wooden toys rooted in a 400-year-old tradition, captivating the audience with their smooth design and the vibrant colors. Okay, so that is there. They also have a GI tag as well, so you can remember that as well. Moving further to the next one, Haryana. Haryana's tableau was showing the scene from Kurukshetra where Krishna is giving the Gita Sar to Arjun. Okay, so the place where they have given this Sar, that is Jyotisar. So that has depicted the Jyotisar over here as well. Other than that, featured crafts from the Suraj Kund Mela, including Fulkari, okay, brassware and the leather jutis over here in this particular tableau. Okay, now moving further to the next one, that is from the Gujarat. Okay, so in the Gujarat tableau, there are few things from the heritage point of view which is important. That is the Kirti Toran from the Vadnagar. Okay, this Kirti Toran was actually built in 12th century. Okay, so in the you can say Solanki era, I guess. In the Solanki era, this particular Kirti Toran was built. Here there is a picture which is given. This is the picture of the Kirti Toran that was also depicted over here somewhere in the front of the tableau. Then moving further, Kuchi clay art. Other than that, Pithora paintings, Vadodara C295 aircraft assembly. Here you can say this is the aircraft assembly which has been shown over here. Other than that, they have also shown the Statue of Unity over here. Okay, we have already talked about the Kirti Toran. This is from the 12th century Solanki era, and it is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay. Now here, when we are talking about the next tableau, that is from the TRI services, you know that we are going for the theatre commands, etc. under the CDS, and this is the first time the TRI services has come up with their joint tableau, which is over there. India's first TRI service tableau showcased the armed forces synergy with a battlefield displaying the Arjun tank, Tejas Mach 2 and the INS Vishakhapatnam and the advanced aircraft. Okay, so these are various, you can say, vessels from different part of our defense services. Okay, so they have actually showcased that in one single tableau. So that is why we are saying that it is a first tri-service tableau. Okay, other than that, here you can say Navy's tableau. There was another tableau from the Indian Navy, and it was showcasing three vessels over here, that is INS Surat, INS Nilgiri, and the submarine, that is INS Vagshir. Okay, so they are showcasing three different kind of vessels over here from the India's Navy's point of view, which is showcasing that we are doing good at the in the field of the maritime security as well. Okay, now this is about, you can say, the almost important tableaus which were there from your exams point of view, which you can remember. I have already told you various things which can be asked in the examination. Whatever mentions has been given in this particular you can say video, you have this homework that you will go and read about them. Okay, if there is they are talking about Nalanda, it is your duty to go and check the facts about Nalanda, who built it, when it was built. Okay, all these things. Other than that, if there is a Kirti Toran, then you have to go and do a background check on the Kirti Toran. Like that you have to do. You can expect at least one question from this particular, you can say, tableaus. Okay, now for a practice, here you can say, where are the headquarters of the India Meteorological Department located? Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, and New Delhi. This is your homework. You have to attempt this question and answer to me in the comment box. Other than that, there is a second question, that is the Lahangi dance traditionally performed in Shiopur belongs to which Indian state? Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, or Gujarat. So you can attempt both the questions and answer to me in the comment box. With that, I would like to take your leave. I'll see you in some other video. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.